Hello everyone. Today we continue to hear from the book of the prophet Hosea in our first reading. And as we know, Hosea himself was commanded by God as a prophet to go and marry a woman who would be unfaithful to him, to literally marry someone who was a prostitute, because this is what God's experiences has been with his people Israel. With the people who he freed from slavery in Egypt, they have now gone after other idols, and they've been unfaithful to God. And this is how God feels. He so loves his people that it is like they have been cheating on him, like they have been unfaithful to him. And so that's why Hosea marries a prostitute, someone who he knows will be unfaithful to him, so that the prophet becomes a symbol of God's pain with the people Israel. And today we hear from Hosea about all of the idols that the Israelite people have put in the place of God, that they have put up these altars to calves, and there's gold and silver idols that are not worth anything. He says that that the people have sowed these in these fields, and they've grown this corn but has no fruit in it, or that they've sown this grain but it will produce no flour, saying that all of these things they've gone after, all these things that they put in the place of God, are not worth anything in the long run. And so a good reflection for us too, how have we put idols in place of God in our own lives? It's definitely something for us to consider. I know that in the confessional, I often hear people speaking about idols as things that they put before God. A lot of times saying that they haven't been able to make it to Mass on the weekend because there have been something else that has taken their time or their energy. And that kind of thing doesn't scare me as much as when people come in after 10 or 12 years and say that, well, I'm not too bad a person, I don't sin too much, and I'm not trying to judge them either, but there's got to be something there, and especially if you've not been to confession for a long time, there's got to be something to confess there. And so for us, for our reflection today, we might ask ourselves, what are the idols that I've put in place of God? What are those things that have come before God in my life or in my heart? A lot of times those things emerge as things like power or money or pleasure or the acclaim of others. So perhaps you have a job and that becomes first in your life because you know you want to make money and you want to be more successful with that. Or maybe you're really concerned with what other people think about you and how you appear in the eyes of others, but not so much about what God thinks of you and how you appear in his eyes. The good news for us today, friends, is that God is always faithful to us. He calls out the people of Israel through the prophet Hosea so that they can return to him, because he always wants them back. He is a jealous God, not jealous in the sense that he wants something that should not be his, but he wants our hearts. He wants all of us. He's jealous for the totality of each and every one of us. So today, my friends, let us ask God to help us to tear down the idols that we've erected in our own hearts, and ask for his grace and mercy to help us to really give ourselves totally to him in all that we do. God bless you.